Hey guys, welcome to Kogen Sunday Service. As we start each week, I always like to thank the guys at Kogen for the opportunity to be able to talk to you, and as we've been going through the weeks, it just got me thinking, I just want to give just a special thanks, just a show of gratitude to Matt and Bowie and Rob for all that they're doing right now within the world of Kogen, within the world of combat sports, within the world of our academy, to keep us connected, to keep us dialed in, to make sure that we have things like Zoom meetings, classes, seminars, things like this to keep us all engaged, to keep us all healthy, to keep us all on the right track as we all go through this time together. That hashtag we use, we are Kogen. We are indeed still Kogen. So thank you guys so much. If you get a chance, I would just encourage you, throw one of those guys, Matt, Bowie, Rob, just a note, just a message, just a text, thanking them for all they're doing during this time. We just appreciate you guys so much. So we want to welcome you to Spiritual Defense. Spiritual defense has three parts. The first is to defend ourselves against anxiety, against depression, against despair. It's to disarm, to take the power away from the lies and the darkness that could so easily overtake us during this time. And it's to defeat those things and find ourselves living victorious and free. Last week, we started out talking about perseverance. And perseverance is simply the ability to continue on, no matter what the difficulty or hardship, to attain the goal that we are trying to get to. We talked about how perseverance has three parts and they all fit together. The first one is patience. We talked about that last week. This week, we're going to talk about power. And next week, we're going to talk about perspective. We're going to see how these three principles make up this idea of perseverance. Perseverance is what makes those hard days worth it. Perseverance is what allows us to see those goals come to completion at the end, whether they're short-term, mid-term, or even long-term. Maybe it's a belt, maybe it's a match, maybe it's just getting that move that you've been working on right. And so with that, I want to encourage you as we understand this idea of perseverance, we understand it on the mats, we understand it in the ring, and right now we understand it in terms of our world. On a national level, there have been mandates, there have been guidelines that have been set that are requiring all of us to function in the realm of perseverance. And today, we're going to talk about the power behind perseverance. So what do we mean by that? When we think about the idea of power in perseverance, that power is the fuel we use to continue on. I think first and foremost, that power is fueled by our goals. Do you have goals? Do you have things you're trying to attain? I'm looking online, I see on Facebook, especially on our private Facebook page, people posting videos, people posting text of their workouts, staying fit, staying mentally sharp. I also see this idea of power in perseverance as a decision of the will. Nothing is harder right now than the decision of the will, because everything will keep us on the couch. Everything will keep us with that entire pack of double stuffed Oreos, just perched on top of the blanket we're under, watching TV. But get up, get out, and do something. When we talk about spiritual defense in terms of the power behind perseverance, we recognize that there is a goal. Our goal is to become spiritually mature. Our goal is to exhibit the signs of someone who has gotten to the place where their faith is strong. We've talked about faith previously in spiritual defense. We've talked about hope previously in spiritual defense. We've talked about the surrender of control. When we talk about power in regards to spiritual defense, we talk about the goals that we have. In the Bible, Paul would say, "This one thing I know, forgetting everything that was behind, I press on towards the goal that God has called me to in Christ Jesus." This idea that Paul had was, he said, it doesn't matter what has happened. It doesn't matter where you've been. What matters is where you're going. This doesn't discount the past, the experience that we've gotten, the things that we've learned. But guys, we can't live there. Our goals in spiritual defense need to be thinking ahead. We need to be thinking about where we're going to be. The second part of that whole idea of power in perseverance is the decision of the will. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It's not easy. It's not simple, but it is worth it. Our will, our decision to continually seek in the spiritual realm, our decision to continually grow, to continually trust, to continually learn are the things that are going to guide, guard, and sustain us. It's why we talk about defending, disarming, and defeating. This idea of power in perseverance is the very principle that's going to allow you to have the fuel and the function to be able to get through this time, to be able to find out your true purpose, to find out who you are, and to find out what you were created for. So with that, I just wanted to be an encouragement to you today. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for just watching these videos. I hope they're a help. I hope that they're creating some safety, some thought, and some positive momentum towards your spiritual defense. Because the whole goal here is that we all get better. You guys make me better, and it is really my prayer that I am making you better as well. Thank you guys again so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you next week. Man, I can't wait to train with all of you again. Have a great day.